That's how you do that. Hey, guess what? Ken's here. Apologize for not updating videos on the site lately. Thanksgiving holidays. Had some time off, so I just need to kind of take a little mental break just for a little while. So we're done with Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, whatever you want to call it. You know, busy ordering stuff as usual. But anyway, so let's get things started. Okay. First project, new set of work pants, coveralls, what do you want to say. I got phone, ta-da, okay, no more jeans or shirts, any of that good stuff. Went ahead and got some coveralls, going to order another pair just to have for backups while this is getting worse. But anyway, I decided to make myself a lot cleaner looking and stuff because I was ruining clothes like left and right. Like any of us, we wear jeans, they get ruined and so forth. Anyway, I did away with all that, so I'm in coveralls right now. So that's number one. That one's out of the way. Okay, let's get on let's get on what we're going to do with the car. Okay, projects. We got a lot of projects to work on here. Project number one, we're going to pull the motor on out of the car. My previous video, if you haven't seen it, click here. Basically, we overloaded the motor with a lot of methanol. We got that all taken care of. That's good and all that stuff. But now we got a mess to clean up. That's project number one. Lower the motor and clean all this engine bay up. Need to get it all cleaned up and get ready for next race season. Project number two. We're going to have a heater on the oil pan. Let me show you that right here real quick. Okay, I got an oil pan heater. This is basically a stick-on pad. It has an adhesive on the back, a 3M adhesive, so it's supposed to be pretty good. It's 110 volts, 150 watts. So this is going to install an oil pan. But before I do that, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little experiment with it. So it gives you an idea how much heat we can put in the oil and all that stuff. But more importantly, can we boil the methanol out of the oil? So I'm going to set up a little experiment. I got a spare pan, oil pan laying around here. I'm going to put some oil in it. I'm going to mix some methanol in it. I'm going to put this heater on it. Then I'm going to heat it up and see what's that methanol kind of boil out of there. Hopefully it does. It might take some time to do that, but I'm going to try as an experiment just to give an idea of how hot we can get it. So probably going to waste some oil doing it, but I think it'd be a cool little project to show you guys what we can do with it and stuff. So anyway, going to do that. Might put, 4 or 5 quarts in there I have laying around here. Got a lot of oil sitting on the shelf we probably don't use anymore. So I'm going to probably use some of that oil just to experiment with. So that's project number one. Project number two, suspension stuff. We noticed that on the front of the car, the upper and lower ball joints are just pretty much getting wore out on this thing. I guess it's when it comes up, pops a little woody and come back down. It's hard on those ball joints and stuff, what I assume. So anyway, we are going to be replacing, let's see if I can open this. Anyway, we are going to put in all new upper and lower ball joints. I got more coming in. This is just one I bought to replace, but I have some more. So we're going to do a complete upper and lower ball joints on the front suspension. So that's project number two, suspensions. Okay, project number three, I think it's already mentioned at the beginning of the video. The motor's going to come down and we're going to clean the engine compartment. So we're going to get that all nice and cleaned up, and we're going to go ahead and take care of that as well. So I don't know if it's a little project, it's more of a cleanup type stuff. Next project, rewiring. I have a lot of wires just kind of laid around here that's just out here in the open and stuff. So so what we're going to do, I bought a lot of extra spool wire and stuff. I'm going to go through the wiring on this car and kind of clean up all the wiring with it. So I bought 600 feet of wiring. I'm not too sure I'm going to do a complete rewiring, but we're going to do a pretty good extensive rewiring on some of these switches, headlights, and all that stuff. I think I might even get the brake lights working on this. So it's kind of cool to see brake lights work on the car. So anyway, I might think about getting that worked up anyway. So anyway, I'm going to have to install the brake switch, because that's something else I'm going to use later on in my MSD module. So anyway, more to come on that when we get to that little project. Okay, so that's project number, I don't know, 3, I guess, 4. Anyway, we'll call it 4, because I think rewiring is number 4. In case some of you are wondering, yes, the gas carb is actually still on the carburetor. I do have that for sale, but it's coming right back off. It's going to go right back in the box. I have some inquiries about people buying it, but no confirmations just yet. But I'm sure it's going to be gone here pretty soon. So anyway, yes, the gas carb's there, but not that long. So expect that not to be there too much longer. But I'm not going to give it away either. So anyway, number 5. The big one. This is the one that I think is going to be the most exciting of this whole project. And what is that project going to be? See these heads that's on the car? Yep, those are coming off. And they're going to get replaced. Okay, got another set of heads coming. That's going to replace those. Reached out to Texas Speed and went ahead and got a set of heads that's coming for this car. It's one of their PRC as cast heads. It's not CNC ported, but they're as cast. They're 220 cc's, big valves, 2.045 intakes and 1.6 exhaust. So they're really big valves on these, and they flow really good. So they flow better than the CNC version of the 243s. So anyway, I'm pretty excited about these heads, but I think it's a good step in the right direction, because we can always maybe later on send those back out and get those ported, and they will even flow a lot better. So anyway, that's the really big one there, is actually take these heads off and replace them with the PRC. So guess what? I'm going to be selling some 243 heads here pretty soon. So as soon as I get those heads in, or maybe not before that, I'll probably get these things sold as quick as I can, so I can recover some of the cash that took to purchase those. So anyway, so that's what we're going to do next. We're going to as we get the motor down, we're going to yank the heads off and go with that. So valve clearance, I don't think I'm going to have any issues with those. I am getting them milled about 20 thousandths, so it's going to be a little shorter. We're going to try to bump that compression up on the motor. So trying to get in the 11, at least 11, 11 to 1 compression, maybe 11 and a half. Depends on how thick the head gaskets we get for it, and how much piston valve clearance we have. So anyway, I'm going to test all that out when we get the heads in and see how much clearance we have. So stay tuned for that project as well. Now, some of the other little miscellaneous projects we got to do. I got some rewiring to do on the front of the generator box. I'm putting in bigger, heavier gauge from the generator box back inside. We had a little bit too thin or too small of a wire with burning connectors up here in the front. Anyway, got some rewiring to do. We actually have a new generator that's coming that's going to be in here. The other one is officially sold. It's officially gone. So we have an upgrade that's coming for there as well. It's a nice inverter 3500 generator. You probably see them at Harbor Freight. It's exactly what we got. It's actually down in Houston right now with my dad. So so when he comes back the first of the year, we'll get that installed and all that stuff. I bought a tire pressure monitoring system for the trailer as well that will go inside the truck. So as we're going down the road, we can keep track of the tire pressures on the trailer. It's a good safety thing to have. So when I get that installed, or when I get that here, we'll install it, maybe even kind of demo it, and maybe take the trailer out or something like that. But anyway, we'll show you how all that's set up. It's a good safety tool, I think, because you never know when you're going down the road, start to lose tire pressure. These things blow out. They do a lot of damage on the trailer. So that's something we definitely don't want to happen to the trailer, and have a blowout where it just rips the sidewall, the sides off the trailer. Like I said, I mean, we got a lot of projects to do. We got many months to get it done. This is started December, so we got pretty much the next, I think racing season starts around, I don't know, March. I think it's when we start testing. So we got a good 3 months, 4 months almost. to get everything done that we need and stuff. And that's be more than enough time to get what we need here. It's not like last winter we were putting a brand new motor set up in this car. We were working on this thing almost every single night to get ready for the racing season 2020. Okay, let's do a quick little recap here of everything that we're going to get done. Get in the shop room. Like I said, we got suspension to do. We got oil pan heater, demo the oil pan heater. Going to show you all that. Got some wiring to do on the car. Heads to replace on the car. Did suspension. And I think that's pretty much it for the car stuff. There might have been one other thing. I should have wrote all this stuff down. But anyway, we got that to do. We got some stuff in the trailer to do, some rewiring and that to do. So we got a lot of little things to do, but they all take time to do. So anyway, I'm going to be really busy doing that. And as I do these projects, I'm going to bring them right to you. Come on, Big Max. Light up. There we go. That's the sound of making some heat. It's going to turn on here in a few minutes. And then make this place a lot warmer.